3 video content tips. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. If you notice, we're a little bit shaky today. And one of my tips has to do with the fact that I left my tripod out in the car, and so I'm having to hold it with my hand because I'm too lazy to go out and get it from the car. Trust me, it'll be a less shakier video tomorrow. And for those of you listening, you don't have to worry about the shaky video, so how about that? Okay, that's number one. Having a tripod with that will hold your camera, even if your camera is a phone, you can get a special little adapter that can hold your camera. Very useful. For those of you watching this, if you're not watching it, you can go on to brianjpombo.com and see this video. You could also compare it to most of my daily videos when I am not holding the camera, and it's a lot less shaky. It's a little bit irritating to watch, so if you need to look away, go for it. I wanted to prove a point, though, with it, so there we go. Another thing you'll notice if you're listening is the audio quality may not be as good. That's because I'm using my little iPhone headphones here with the microphone, so it's kind of rubbing up against me. Normally, I use a little lav mic with an adapter going into my iPhone. That's very helpful in making the sound very clear cut. The different types of microphones you could try out, but you can get inexpensive microphones that can do the job and can really add to the sound quality, especially if depending on the room that you're using. I was just working with a friend of mine tonight who was doing some videos in a very wide, echoey room, and so having a good microphone helps. This is not the best, but it'll help out in a pinch. If you ever see my videos from the road, they tend to be a little bit more shaky, and they tend to have lower quality audio. So this is an example. So those are the first two tips. The third tip is lighting. If you're doing videos on a regular basis and you're doing it from the same location, like I tend to do here at the headquarters, I like to have very consistent lighting. So I normally do it at night. So, and if I'm not doing it at night, I make sure I lower the shades, and I make sure I have enough lights, not just the lighting, the natural lighting in the room, but I've got another light here. Let me see if I can show you. Check this out. I've got one of these. This is actually an inexpensive light, but you can see if I have it in the background, doesn't look as good. If I have it in front, not too bad. Don't mind all the other garbage in the room. And but also just one of those little LED circular lights. They take hardly any energy whatsoever. That you can adjust them really easily, and they're relatively inexpensive. Something like that is very, very simple. This is one that I had bought before I bought some of my other lighting, but this really helps out in this room, and it makes a big difference. If you look at some of my older videos when we first moved to the headquarters a few years back, the lighting was not as good, and once I got the good lighting in, it really improved watchability. So between the sound, between the lights, between the shakiness of the camera, all these things can help out, and I wanted to kind of give you a feel for how it can be done. Not as well, but any content is good content. So get the content out there initially, and then you can always fix it along the way. Don't worry about it, especially if nobody's watching. If nobody's watching, it doesn't matter. Test things out. You can always take the videos down if you're doing any type of video content marketing. If you're wondering how to really do content marketing on a big scale, I talk about some of the strategies here in my book, 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business. You could go purchase a copy or download a free copy at my website, amazonproofbook.com. That's all I have for tonight. You have a good one. In the meantime, get out there and just let the magic happen.